我声音调一下，等等啊。
Yeah, exactly. It's definitely something to keep an eye on. As you're
好了，我们继续回到比赛中啊。
Right, he doesn't have just one opener that he's stuck with throughout the entire matchup. No, he can mix things up. He can switch things up.
我不可能退款的，这游戏我退款，黄哥都不能退款。
That Ragnarok went for, it's a little bit inefficient. It's safer because you get faster lings and faster queens.
因为黄哥，
aggressive, then what is it?
黄哥他是一个 Jump King 的高手。
winning out a little bit in the mind games in here in game
这种游戏他必然会打通关的。
First Reaper moving by. That Outlord did scout the ramp area, I'm pretty sure, right? There's still a little bit of fog. Nah, that must be just from what's there now. So let's see. There's a lot of drones on the way. Did he not make Zerglings at all?
He skipped them. He just went double queen. Didn't make any lings at all. The queen, of course, is out in time, and the drones are kept alive.
What a beast! Why have Zergs been making all those?
河马正常的3开啊，这个其实就是，哎，这个小组说不定河马能出现。 朗格纳洛克 ZVT 未必打得过河马，我有一说一啊。
So it comes out just in time. Bearing in mind that Ragnarok still hasn't gone for a third base, he's making another wave of queens first. So again, very safe play out of Ragnarok, and we can see that here Marine is taking full advantage of that. He's going for a 3cc opener.
Even with it being a little bit safer, it doesn't feel like he's that far behind economically. What's up? The third CC, the lair? What's the gas?
The lair.
这把朗格纳洛克的打法，这是什么打法？2矿跳飞龙，哦，蟑螂。虫洞蟑螂。
Yeah, so Ragnarok he actually skipped link speed.
这是真的吗？我靠，他怎么会用那么弱智的打法？
To a much faster layer here.
Okay, Viking.
虫洞也不像虫洞蟑螂，也没有房子在那边啊。他怎么办？这什么战术嘛？他只有虫洞蟑螂呀，还能怎么打？
It's his toes. His toes are definitely tingling right now. As the third base is being taken, we can see that we have only taken 3 gases, not 4, so it's not
速蟑螂，2本速度蟑螂，然后升开3矿。那他的目的是什么呢？
Of course knows about the delayed third, but that is all the information he has.
He comes with that overseer, having another look-see around. Oh, okay, can't get very far. He is going to lose that as well now. Makes it more difficult to really.
我看一下啊，这个战术看不懂啊，看不懂。蟑螂先顶一波啊！看到你没几个蟑螂，你顶什么嘛？黑人马律现在也很迷茫，好吗？他你妈看到这个蟑螂虫巢，第一时间想到的他妈有没有可能是虫洞？我估计。
Right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he has been scouted. He's aware that now here Marine has a little bit of time to react. We're still pushing out with these roaches. We'll see what can get done. Again, I don't believe there are any tanks on the high ground, so Ragnarok can still try and push into the natural.
Yep. Just a little bit of poke damage here. I mean, it's not great. I think what it's gonna do, but yeah, it shouldn't be too much of a problem here for Ragnarok.
这不是在送蟑螂吗？ 你妈的，你有蟑螂术你就打得过这一波了吗？我他妈的不明白。
Yeah, he forces a little bit of lost mining time as well.
然后再一攻一防。
Looks like Marine is going to be able to hold on, but again, Ragnarok is droning behind this, and he has been able to make up for his delayed third base. He's been able to drone up quite heavily.
Yeah, and even with Hero Marine having that very quick third CC, it's well, he might still manage to pick up the pace a little bit, right? Because the triple SCV production should kick into higher gear here as soon as this lands on the low ground. So it could still tilt a bit into Hero Marine's favor in a couple of moments, but we'll see.
不打这个黑人马林这种暴兵型的选手，其实这种蟑螂他这种战术没什么太多用处。然后格拉洛克是1攻1防，蟑螂带狗毒爆，我感觉应该是要冲的。这1攻1防好了之后，他要冲的。但你就算出蟑螂，其实人口位也没有拉开啊，到现在为止啊，他3本他不冲，他3本直接跳3本出地刺或者出牛去了。经济呢补的还是可以的，可圈可点。这个经济补的，就运营还不错，然后洛克。但现在会被这种空投搞得很惨，因为他没有科技。你蟑螂来我就走，然后下面可以再投2传兵，2线去骚扰。啊，这什么意思啊？枪兵啊？
2 workers do go down. Meanwhile, with that infestation bit, we're actually going into a very fast hive for Ragnarok. Really interesting. With this, he's going to have access to a different spellcaster. I was talking about the Infestor earlier, but he can go into those bikers that you were mentioning.
The Zerg bikers, yeah, they're coming back. Oh, they do look like a flying bicycle, a little bit.
Yeah, there you go. I'd like to ride a bike.
点一个蟑螂跑，应该是就上面2传兵，然后下面再2传兵，以2线去骚扰。3本其实时间还是挺快的，这8分半不到就3本了。
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the hive is almost done. We'll get to see him, and I'll point it out to you again.
Thank you for that. Thank you.
2-2 here for the Terran, about to finish up. Hero Marine in a bit of a similar boat, where he's also not necessarily looking.
飞蛇非常的早。这他妈这绝逼是他自己独创的 ZVT 的这套路。哇靠，这火砸的！稍微拖一会儿，飞蛇就拖好了。毒爆速度真的是比较慢的。
So this is a very delayed bathing speed. It was a bit of an oversight from Ragnarok, and as a result, he's going to have a harder time engaging.
Yeah, that is definitely not going to help out here.
强行依靠兵力的数量来包抄，但是还是不够啊！你没有毒爆 A 上来的话，枪兵可以顶在前面。飞蛇应该已经吸完能量了，下一波有毒等毒爆速度，然后毒爆速度带飞蛇，这个正面其实就可以很轻松的打赢了。现在主要是这几个坦克有点凶。河马继续压啊，继续压！飞蛇其实可以先出来啊，飞蛇，他就在等毒爆速度。不着急，都已经忍那么久了。基地可能要被撑爆，他不想掉基地，他不想掉基地，我靠！毒爆速度终于好了，飞蛇。对，有了飞蛇之后，你的坦克就没有那么多威力了。守住了，守住了。软阿洛克的暴兵是没有问题的。
That was a tight hold out of Ragnarok. I don't know if you saw, but every single bathing died before any connections really went off. So he actually did still fight before bathing speed kicked in. Regardless, he cleans up the army, he cleans up all the tanks, and now is there enough to defend the third base?
直接要置于河马死地了，这他妈的这个也你妈太莽了吧！我靠！不打不死呀，这怎么打得死啊？那河马主场作战，怎么打得死啊
？Does back off in the end here. Marine barely holds on as well. This is actually still really close between the two players. Both players are hurting here. Marine, he lost all of his tanks. Likewise, Ragnarok lost all of his Link Bane and a lot of his Roach Ravager as well. We can see that neither player is really feeling like they want to take the initiative right now to be assertive.
这局面慢慢打就好了。这个朗格纳洛克到现在为止，他的科技依然是领先的。有飞蛇的情况下，这个河马并没有鬼兵，所以这个飞蛇可以很好的发挥作用。朗格洛克反正就200人口我会冲一波，200人口我会冲一波。这他必然要冲，因为他的部队其实就只有飞蛇是有科技的，其他部队都没有科技。来了呀，这就是朗格纳洛克呀。飞蛇呢啊，误了，3把误得很漂亮。家里面虽然被骚扰了，但是不管，妈哥就正面多。跟你干的就是正面，但这个地方要管了，这个矿肯定要管了。我只能这2个人打得很热闹。3头牛，趁这个牛，趁对方没有3攻3防前冲一波，其实对于河马的这个压力还是挺大的。
Yeah, we do see.
It's a mashup, isn't it?
Yeah, it's getting really scrappy here. I do kind of want to give the edge a little bit to Ragnarok just because he reset the tank count, so that is going to slow down here Marine. It's giving Ragnarok a lot of room to tech up into ultras, like you were saying, as the ultras are in production, and here Marine is stuck to these 4 bases. Ragnarok just being very active here.
我怎么看不起朗格纳洛克了？我只是觉得他的打法很莽。你妈了个鸡啊！这点部队为什么他敢去冲嘛？啊，再来有牛啊！这波有牛，3攻3防马上好了，误一把，其实应该误运输机，8坦克再误，3攻3防好了。部队里面是有点光头的，我靠，3线包，这你妈河马就这样被包死啦！河马。
I mean, here Marine, he holds on, but Ragnarok rebounds almost instantly. We can see here Marine struggling here in the overall supplies. He's going to be catching a couple of Roaches and Ravagers, which is nice and all, but again, he just keeps losing his high-tech units. He keeps losing his tanks and Liberators.
啊，我想不通啊，河马看到牛，为什么没有鬼兵呢？为什么在出解放者？出解放出坦克，这个时候鬼兵不比解放者要猛啊！
Coming in here with a bit of counter attack as well, a good opportunity as Hero Marine has a lot of forces across the map right now, but Ragnarok, he is getting a.
叽，妈个这被。
Alright, here we go. Bottom right side from Team Mystery. It is the Blues.
李培南，
It is Ragnarok.
李培南真的有点打不过雷诺和 Zero。雷诺还有机会 ，Zero 是真的没有机会。
Let's go. You got the team name right. Let's go.
Thank you. Someone noticed.
As in the top left-hand corner, we have the German. Yeah.
这妈妈好像很开心啊，感觉。
Oh my god, this is a dumb running joke now for me. I'm sorry. All right.
It's fine.
Okay.
But yeah, really interesting vetoes here. We just see once again, this is another 15 hatch and 15 pool opener from Ragnarok. This time he's rolling the dice correctly as Hero Marine is going for that low ground racks.
Lovely stuff. It's what we wanted to see again.
Zero 现在只怕人机 Z， 只要没有重组，就没有重组的话，他 他打其他2个族都真的太稳定了。但这次的比赛，我还是希望能够看到赛马。
Which is pretty exciting. You know, we don't get to see too much of maps like Neo Humanity or Altitude.
Yeah. You know, is there a specific reason that I might just be?
农民去侦查一下，你有没有野兵营？啊，他直接开矿去的。啊，开下面那个矿。这直接开矿去的。
If Hero Marine goes for a 4x behind this, like we've seen
2兵营
before,
死神。
just
我跟
because
你说，
of
这个
blend
图
towards that more
如
aggressive
果
push
河
on
马
the terrain.
能够续5个死神的话，昂格纳洛克的3矿是有些危险的，因为你这个地图，你除了
you can just kill the
你
rocks.
除了这个把矿采完过来之外，你要绕你女王要绕一圈过来，这是不现实的。
It's a weird mechanic, isn't it?
他第一时间看到你他第一时间如果看到你3矿，直接去秒这个3矿，那昂格纳洛克就很难受了。上来先死2条狗。
It's not the most common third base, but it's very safe. It's a little bit awkward because you actually have to mine out those gold mineral patches to actually access that base, but Ragnarok is working on it as we speak.
好，先把这个踩开是对的，这个不踩开很难受。
Very nicely done by Ragnarok. He does preserve his workers. He's getting with this.
但后续还好，河马也没有选择这个他那个去死神啊，4兵营，这盘又是4兵营。所谓的互虫打法。 你打不死女王的呀，在那边秀啥呢？秀。 怎么可能打的是女王嘛？他妈是皮糙肉厚的。
What seems to work very well for me. Just make a bunch of Marines, and then if there's just not enough Banelings, you trade so incredibly well against those Zerglings. And then from there, it's just, yeah, you come back with another wave, you know, and it gives you a very strong sense, basically, a very powerful aura kind of thing.
出蟑螂啊！
It just feels good.
出蟑螂的话，面对这样的一个4兵营的打法，我觉得 Hero 马就河马这把优势啊。就你这种4兵营的打法，你如果面对蟑螂，你是想打就打，想走就走的。你兴奋剂一针扎过，蟑螂不可能追得上你。 蟑螂，你觉得能打赢这波蟑螂的时候，那你就打，打不赢就跑。所以说，这个4兵营会非常的主动。
Marines here due to that 4x. You see the active tumors being shut down by these Reapers as well. So good value out of Hero Marine. Ragnarok, as you mentioned, he is opting for the Roach defense instead of the Ling Bane. We'll see if he has enough in time because Hero Marine is already here. This is a little bit premature. He actually doesn't have stim yet.
稍微过来早了一点，但问题不大啊。点掉一个女王就可以往后撤了。再点一个蟑螂，走。蟑螂都追不上啊，然后房子要死很多。好了，后续枪兵再来，等一个盾牌啊，等个盾牌。
Could try to make another push happen here. There is only 7, 8, 9 roaches, 5 queens. Even without medavacs, it's an okay situation to push because you do have
蟑螂按的很多啊。
speed over your opponents. You should be able to get away
来嘛，
without those.
我打完我就跑，你追不上。 就你永远都追不上这个枪兵，打完我就跑，你又没有速度。蟑螂如果追上来，后续河马的枪兵是不停的，这个蟑螂的数量随便打。啊，又来一坨，你这种不是搞笑吗？这蟑螂。好了，跑都跑不掉，兴奋剂扎过。 用蟑螂守4兵营，就守根本就永远是亏。
Yeah, he gets caught out of the map. That was an overextension from Ragnarok. He had to come back home. And as a result, he has to reproduce all those roaches. That's going to be a big blow to his overall economy. That means he can't drone as much, and these Marines are looking for some more damage.
来嘛，蟑螂有来嘛，蟑螂打不过我就跑。这波其实有点冲动，没有必要再往前走了，因为你吃掉别人这波蟑螂之后，那软嘎洛克必然会出更多的蟑螂来防守。他应该等运输机的，等运输机，然后跟后面的这个枪兵合一波，这样的话就很顺。第一波出门的话就有一个坦克出来。
Yeah, he can really start giving a bit of chase there, and start doing counterattacks a lot more efficiently and quickly. Also, draw play for Hero Marine. We're in that stage of the game right now. The medevacs are finally here, and this is actually also a very problematic thing for just roach armies, right? Because with Zerglings at least and Banelings,
眼虫看一眼你到底什么情况。这把感觉软嘎洛克要一攻一防的，这个蟑螂要拼一场。
Exactly, you just need to be in position just because of how immobile they are. And so far, they do deflect the first push. A couple of creep tumors are going down, so here Marine's already finding a little bit of value as he dives into the main. And yeah, thankfully Ragnarok though, he's here.
Oh yeah.
In position.
Yep, that's really good. There's no problem for him whatsoever. For the time being, of course, medevacs they can be tricky. Who knows? Hero Marine is just gonna continue looking for something.
干嘛虫洞吗？
Yeah, just gonna rotate around, right? But
他正面蟑螂火蟑螂搞，哎，不是虫洞。哦呦，这你妈！这你妈河马绝逼也是一个什么瞎子，我靠！
If that movement command of that medevac was just a millimeter to the left, that would have been maybe another hit of a bile. My goodness. Oh.
Yeah, right. It's terrifying. Ragnarok, though, he's working on a big push. He's cutting workers at 68, which is 3 base saturation. He is maxed out on Roach Ravager. 1-1 kicks in, so this is a very potent, very powerful 1-1 timing.
直接冲了，直接冲了！妈了个鸡，不跟你逼逼！这个建筑学啊，很恶心啊！真的建筑学非常的恶心，这两个兵营立大功。 你早点虫洞呀！你妈的，现在虫洞才放下去，真的是。你放那个 VI 干嘛呢？你直接虫洞不就好了吗？对不对？你早点虫洞，这个时候已经在家里面搞了。他绝逼造错了，他本来想的就是蟑螂火蟑螂打一波，然后带虫洞打一波的。
The tanks were not touched at all. Just the SimCity was so good, so potent. And now here Marine has the momentum. Now suddenly Ragnarok, he's in some trouble.
Is in a bit of trouble. The supply here is not looking that great for Ragnarok military-wise. It's rough with roaches. It's a bit underinflated or overinflated. Overinflated.
Yeah.
现在虫洞感觉也点不下去了呀，都有视野。
We have the potential for the Nidus, as you're saying. I mean, Ragnarok, he still needs to muster up his army. He's going to hit a timing with 2-2. 2-2 is on the horizon, but before 2-2 kicks in, here Marine is pushing out across the map. It's his turn to be the aggressor with his main army.
Needs to slow down these siege tanks, try to get
深山本也没感染虫，妈，这个细节已经差到家了。
I don't think they need to siege. There's too much stuff here. The Marines are too numerous now.
刚如果有两个感染虫的话，局面又是不一样了。 就这个枪兵只要定住就随便打。
The +2/+2 for the roaches are coming up, and that might be a little bit of a difference maker, but it's still I don't know how long that is. How long?
软嘎洛克的状态很差，最近我不知道他会他练的很多。他这个 ZVT 你妈怎么打李培南7-0的？我想不通啊。
He's breaking these bases. The army it just can't keep up.
Yeah, he is just sliding his army through the roach ranks right now. On top of that hatchery, the drones are just gonna have to get used to bullets in the face. And there it is. GG, Hero Marine.
我你妈好惨，真的好惨，就这种感觉，就很贱，你知道吗？
We have Ragnarok.
不是网红蛇精脸，就是他要找那种，我这么说吧，就是他要找，如果是100分满分，他至少要找95分的这种妹子。一个他妈88分的妹子主动的去，妈的献殷勤，他理都不理人家。
As here Marie is setting up for a low ground 2x once again, and meanwhile Ragnarok is not going for a 15 hatch, he's going for a gas first opener.
满分没有满分妹子的呀，这种东西，满分妹子这种东西就是个人喜好了呀，到最后没有满分的妹子。是小兔多少分啊？哈哈哈哈哈哈！每个人心目中的这个分数不一样啊，所以说，反正在我心里面，吃小兔至少是及格的，好吧？其他不说了，说多了他妈他待会儿又来逼逼我，我靠，烦死了。
This is gonna get wild. Okay, so one here, Marine is going for a
3兵营死神这把
straight up mass reaper here from here, Marine. Ragnarok, because as you mentioned, because of this fast gas, he's gonna have fast link speed. He's gonna have a fast baneling nest. We saw a very similar outcome in here, Marine versus Dark, where after Dark had surrounded the Reapers, he bane busts. Right? You can just immediately punish the Terran player for not having.
这种3兵营死神，你妈你打软嘎洛克，任何韩国职业选手，对吧？我不说他现在是不是职业，曾经打过职业，现在还在练的选手，这种3兵营死神都不可能占到便宜的。你妈的！在想什么东西都不知道。88分要有多好看？哎，反正就你看就这种人，我靠。
Quicker aware. Remember in that game, he didn't know the baneling bus was coming for a very long time until it was at his front door.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. We'll see if here Marine can scout his opponent. I mean, he already saw the late hatchery, so he knows it was either a pool first or a gas first. He knows that something is wrong, something is amiss, and he's going to be that much more unnoticeable.
88分起码一线明星级别。其实你们也不要觉得明星就一定长得有多好看，正所谓高手在民间。你妈的这种这种民间是吧？美女更多。好了，狗数好了，你这个你怎么打嘛？蟑螂也在造，直接是蟑螂狗要呼叫打一波。
But here, he just saw link speed, so he knows it was a gas first opener. So he's backing off. He's going back home, but he didn't see the roach warrant, so he doesn't know if this is going to be going into banelings or roaches.
他这个用火蟑螂破口，然后直接狗 A 进去。说实话呢，我觉得未必能 A 得进去。Dark 刚才那把 A 进去的很大一个原因是，第一波河马被包了5个死神，所以导致后面河马这个死神数量不够。你这个 A 进去，如果在死神数量够的情况下，你的这些小狗不是随便被他甩，有什么用？这把 Ragnarok 很危险啊！他如果是想这么打的话，火蟑螂又追不到死神，对不对？那狗 A 进去，他还能拖农民，那么多死神，你的狗不就2下就没了？哎呦，来，狗来。
We try to focus on that one Ravager. The Ravager barely does survive. We also don't get a surround. Ravager does hold on. The Lings, they're going for it.
直接哎，可以跳上去哎。他你妈在操作啥呀？这个兵营飞起来了呀！兵营，这2个兵营肯定要被直接砸掉啊！他肯定要砸兵营，狗肯定是包不动死神的，这个是没有悬念的。大概10个死神左右。现在其实最烦的其实是这几个火蟑螂。王安洛克压一波之后啊，把你自己压飞之后，他也没打算说要不一波把你打死。
Is in a bit of a position where all of these seconds where he can get those Reapers to shoot Zerglings, that's probably worth it. But Ragnarok now keeping them far in the back, so there's no high ground area to kind of micro around.
家里面只要运营的话，软干洛克就是优势啊。 这把 Ragnarok 并没有冲动，坦克直接先包了再说。那刚说没冲动，来了，包完坦克差不多了呀。哎，又一个坦克再包掉，这个就赚了，这个很赚啊，这波。拼了命的去打火蟑螂。啊，这个是河马自己的原因了。
哎呀，孙哥，我终于回家了，我操了！
终于回家了，黄哥，辛苦了，黄哥。
你妈的，这个雨我，唉，算了，不谈了。我感觉我再不回来就要游回来了。
好事儿，好事儿，哎呀。
夸张。
上海暴雨，哎，这两天好像都要下暴雨。
真的夸张，我只能说。你看的哪个频道啊？韩文台吗？
不是。
你看的众筹台吗？
这个叫什么台？这个反正是一个一个这个欧美的一个兄弟的一个台。这叫什么台来着
？M 开头的吗？哪个开头的？
对的 ，M 开头的。
啊，就是众筹那个呀，就众筹网站，他们就是后边就会有新的这个队伍啊。Afreeca 为什么现在还要安装那个
？Yeah, I mean, at least he has Reapers alive. If it wasn't for this, he would have no presence on the map. He would have no way to be active at all, and Ragnarok would be free to saturate, take a third, get double upgrades, do whatever he wants. So at least Hero Marine is making Ragnarok work for it. Back at home, we have our first Medivacs on the way and Stim. So once that kicks in, he can be active with some drop play.
Yep. And every bit good of trading he does manage to get done with these Reapers versus the Zerglings, it forces out more Zerglings from Ragnarok, which means it slows down his economy growth again, right? So that's why you see Terrence be that aggressive against Zergs that often. You have to.
Yeah, definitely. Meanwhile, oh my God, we're even.
你是不是安了这个什么？
我没安。
高清的这个。
我没安。啊？
没安为什么？为什么能看？
要么我以前就装好了，你装一下吧。
有可能。你看的就是 Afreeca 吗？
我看的就是 Afreeca。我是Team Liquid 上的这个链接，我直接点进去了。
As we actually don't have any. Yeah, very patient. I mean, he's waiting for bathing speed to finish. We've seen this before.
是不是没遮那个图标被扣了？
刚才没遮，现在遮上了。
那你为什么要拿这个头像来遮？
没有图片了。
他妈的，我真谢谢你啊！
他妈又不是你说什么东西吧
？Here we go. Another bale for push. He's got himself a different setup this time around.
我这个 IP 看就不需要这个。
Gun down, but again, look at how patient Ragnarok is. He's just kind of engaging with his queens. He's the
包抄。
And I don't see a terror.
被撞了，这正面好软啊，这正面。
那河马不是人美了。坦克加毒爆，没坦克了，完了。上面还有个坦克。5个农民，9个农民。
好像比我快一点。等一下吧，
我还比你快点。等会儿再刷呗。
But he gets 13 SCVs, he gets the tanks. We have a triple drop across the map, but no, the Hydras are in position, the Queens as well. The drop play is just not really finding too much value here.
Pretty decent. It's pretty decent. Not bad. Hero Marine, he's still kicking, of course. He is still quite a dangerous animal here. He has some units, and maybe if Ragnarok doesn't pay attention for a quick moment, or
这刺蛇狗多啊，这个正面还不好弄啊。但是 Ragnarok 有个问题，就是他的军坦有点慢。这个军坦那么慢的情况下，刺蛇狗多不是那么好打。
他有可能被架在中间，到时候。
He really wants it to. He's taken so much to the face here, and remember he opened this up with all those Reapers and then just got bamboozled by all those roaches suddenly in his natural base. And here we are. Now almost 11 minutes in. Army supply just very close, not that far apart. Hero Marine with a fighting chance.
有刺蛇在这种小规模作战，
这个卡地形真的，特别是打毒爆一点都不慌。
又差一点，
对吧？不像以前妈看到毒爆慌的一批，各种跑，现在根本不。战路。
It must have been.
Or Lings, I don't know.
Maybe no, I feel like it must have been Banelings as well because it's like what else cleans it up that quickly. And Zerglings you usually still notice a bit, right? After a while, it just keeps pinging red pings on the map. We would have seen it. We would have seen Zerglings, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Oh god. So Hero Marine is still struggling to keep up. I mean, I say that like he has done a really good job at bouncing back in this game and still making his.
现在就这个军坦是个很大的问题啊！你这个刺蛇、毒爆这两个兵种都是要在军坦上才能发挥比较大的作用。你现在这种那么慢的速度。 河马已经下第2个 VF， 2 VF 爆坦克，但是现在的问题是河马的攻防有点落后啊，落后1攻1防。哇靠！这他妈的这真的软啊！然后这 Ragnarok 攻防又高，枪兵都打不动。
哎呦！ 河马没了呀，对吧？这出现战还是败者组啊？
出现战。
哦，这场打完就李平南的这个。
对的。
他打得挺快的嘛，今
天。这场已经算慢的了，本来更快。
啊，缩了，被河马2比1了。
对。
I think it was like in the middle of sieging, of like picking everything up, and Alessi got caught out. Speaking of being caught out, 2 more tanks go down for free as well. As Hero Marine is setting up in that position, he's still looking to break this base. He still has those 2 tanks, but in the midst of all this, he's even taking up to lurkers.
正面随便打。没得啦，拖那么多农民出来，没得啦。
哇靠！
GG了，GG了，GG了。